Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Dare to believe. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 27, Nasdaq down 11, S&P's up 2, down 2 rather. Gold contract down $4.10, traded at $1,086 an ounce. Silver up 12 cents, $14.02. Platinum up 7 at $8.28 an ounce. You got copper up 2.5 pennies at $1.96 a pound. Light sweet crude down $1 at $28.41. The bond market, you have the 10-year down 4 ticks, 128, 10, 30, down 5, 158, 31. We're going to go right over to Netflix, folks, because we're going to have some high volatility out here in spades. Netflix closed at 107, trading at 117 right now. And if you were listening to the last hour, we were looking for a bounce, number one. And, we'll see where this shakes out. With Netflix coming out with numbers, let's see what it's doing to the future. So it's put a little juice in the NQs. Depending what time IBM comes out, IBM can, my take is that IBM is going to be a dog, but because this bounce is going, I expect what you will see is that somehow IBM will also more than likely go up, which would just be a total mind blower. But anyway, the NQs right now, they're up $7. They're at 41.49. Netflix, Nflx. Let's see what Netflix is having to say. It's up $10 right now. It closed at 107. It's trading at 119, so it's up $12. Let's see what they're saying. The revenue estimate was $1.83 billion. They took in $1.82 billion, so they missed slightly on that. Their earnings per share, though, different ball game. Earnings per share, the estimate was 2 cents. They made 3 cents. Their first quarter international losses was $114 million. Their U.S. streaming revenue, that's a big number. Their U.S. streaming revenue was streaming revenue. There's it. Was 1.1 billion, so that's a decent number. International streaming contribution to margin was 17%. Netflix crossed 75 million members. So there's no doubt that's big numbers. Netflix still hanging up there, up $9. We're going to see some volatility in these markets right across the board out here, because what we do have is that, let's go to IBM. Let's go see what IBM's doing. IBM is coming out. Thanks, Dave. IBM closed at 128.11. It's trading at 128.68. IBM, the estimate was $4.81. They made $4.84. Their gross margin, non-GAAP gross margin, that is, and forget, the non-GAAP numbers, folks, are bogus anyway. Bottom line, non-GAAP gross numbers, 52%. Now, what non-GAAP is, folks, is this. Picture that you have a budget at home, and you're budgeting, let's just say it's a $100 budget for the week, okay, a $100 budget. So you're expecting, let's say that we were supposed to make $25 on a $100 budget. Let's just say you have a business, okay? What ends up happening with a non-GAAP deal is this. A non-GAAP deal would be saying that, okay, inside our budget, out of $100, we're going to have $25 left of savings. And then what ends up happening, folks, our heater goes, okay? So the bottom line, you need a heater. So you not only spend the $25, you spend an additional, $200, $300, $400. That's what non-GAAP is, okay? It's amazing that it doesn't get all the expenses. That's the bottom line. So it's a problem. Now, as I said a little bit earlier, bottom line, IBM, wants much lower price just because we're in a bounce market right now. That is going to be a decent number in the context of this bounce, because IBM, no doubt, could have absolutely destroyed the Dow. And it will destroy the Dow, by the way, okay? Because IBM has been on a one-way trip on the way down. With $210 to 128. that little baby is not done going down. You know, depending on how long you've been listening to TFNN, I mean, what's been sticking out like a sore thumb, and it's a mind blower that we're actually only 12 points away from it, is 116.80. 116.80 was the high of 2008. And if you come into that with volume, guess what? You can get down to lower that. So big numbers. IBM still wants lower price. There's going to XLNX. Let's see if Xilinx is out with numbers yet. Xilinx closed at 42.89, and that's not out yet. But there's going to be a bunch of other numbers that are coming out. Let's go over and we take a look at the SPY. So the SPY, the NQs, well, the QQQ, the SPY, the lowest SPY on Friday was 185.52. Bottom line, I suspect what you're going to see here, if this thing can bounce up to this 199.83, you get lighter volume, it's going to be a monster ABC structure on the way down, and that thing will basically take apart the 3Qs. I mean the August 24th level. On the 3Qs, you're at 101.06. That can bounce up to the 109 at 23 area. You know, so what I do expect is that you're going to see a decent bounce out of here. Nflx, Nflx, and the market is deviant enough that as the market sold off each and every day last week, bottom line sold off again this morning, and from that point on, you know, basically came back. Cree just come out with numbers. Cree closed at $24.29. That's trading up $25.90 right now, or $1.70. Numbers on Cree go like this. Their revenue, net revenue, that's pretty cool. Net revenue, $435 million. Earnings, they see earnings coming in. So the second quarter revenue, the estimate was $434 million. They actually came in with $435 million. So their revenue number was higher. The earnings per share, they see in the third quarter, the estimate was 22 cents. Now they see from 22 to 29. So Cree could get a little traction here. They're upping, you know, what they thought was going to come in. And Cree's been in a consolidation for a good period of time. What it's doing to the numbers out here, you got the NQs at 41.44. There's no doubt the bounces out here are no doubt extraordinary, because if we take a look at from highs to lows out here today, what you're going to see inside the NQs first is that you're going to see a high that was established at 6:30 this morning of 42.15. You get a low of 4091, and we're going to be laying out here at about 4145. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow finished up 27, NASDAQ down 11, S&Ps were down 2. We're going to be right back.